Hey guys, welcome back to Oz Biker. Thanks for tuning in. Today I'm on one of my favourite bikes, the 2025 V4 Streetfighter. It's absolutely beautiful bike to ride. Handling on this thing is fucking next level, guys. One thing I do have to say, guys, I've been saying I've got heated grips. I really thought I did have. It was all part of the contract. But the dealers forgot to tell me, but still charged me. So I ended up ringing them up. I was getting comments, oh, where'd you get your heated grips from? So I rung the dealer, how do you fucking turn them on so I could tell you? Oh, no, it's not. I thought, well, you fucking charged me. Oh, sorry, it was our mistake. So they reimbursed me. But one thing I do have is heated gloves, which I'll put up in the link here. A photo of them, and mate, they're brilliant. So I'll be using that until they bring the heated grips out on this. Absolutely love this bike. Acro slip-on. They're not fucking cheap, I know, guys, but it comes with a tune. It's got shitloads more grunt. I got the baffles out because I believe it runs better. I've got PPF wrap on the bike, which I did myself. And I've got a USB charger for my phone. This is awesome. It's USB-C and USB. So for my phone, so you can plug two things in. It's hardwired in. Absolutely awesome. Trickle charger on the bike. As you can see, the PPF wrap there, just on the front. It helps it. I'm pretty fanatical on my bike, so I clean them smicko all the time. But without further ado, let's go riding. I'll tell you what I think this is like now after jumping off the H2 in the last videos. Believe it or not, I tried to get the video camera to work, but it, for some reason, I don't know, wasn't doing it. So I've changed the oil on the bike too, guys, and I was super surprised. Hardly no metal shavings at all. Like I was, compared to the 21, man, I had, the metal shavings were just piled up everywhere. This had hardly anything. I'll put some photos up after I drained it and that. I always change the oil probably every 2,500 kilometres, 2,000. To be honest with you, whenever I really feel like it, I'm just hopeless that way. I love always changing the oil on my bike. What I did get on the bike too, guys, is the tyre pressure sensors. That I definitely recommend. It's worth getting. You always see what your tyres are doing. I always leave it on in case I've got a slow puncture or something. So yeah, the handling of this thing is second to none. It really does handle so well. I think the reason that it handles so well is the low down torque of the bike. It just seems to pull out of corners like so well. I don't know if Tom is behind me or not. I always try to stay in my lane too, guys. It's I was taught that years ago. amazing bends, truly. Oh, a bit wide. That gear, it was mate, this thing fucking handles, I'll tell you. Even with bolt hazard. I've got ways on, and they're saying a hazard. Up here on the corner, apparently. Someone marked that corner as a hazard. Don't know why, but patches on the road that it's so hard to see, like the dark shadows. You don't know if they're bumps or Hey guys, I hope you're enjoying the video. Tom and Nicky, they're up in front. We come up behind some blokes on some old Ducatis and stuff like that. A bloke on Harley, and Tom run the gauntlet, went around. A lot of this road, there's no markings, as you can see just there was, but up through here there's none more in this sort of section of road. And mate, they were going from one side over the other side, which is crazy because cars come the other way down doing the same thing, so you always got to be mindful of that and try to stick to your left. So now it's playing catch up time. There they are up ahead. But one thing I always find riding in this sort of stuff, with the shadows and sunny spots and shadows all the time, it's so hard to tell where the highs and lows are in the roads and humps. It might be just my eyes or something, but if you find that, let me know in the comments. But I've got to say, this bike truly handles so well. See there's a truck coming. So that's what I was saying, you've got to push to your left. Getting back to, this bike, it really handles so well. The front end on this bike, truly, I'd put it par, if not better, than the RS V4, and the front end on that bike is amazing. It's so true. I think it's way better chalk and cheese than the 21 model. So if anyone's watching this with an earlier model, it'd be interesting, guys. Take one for a test ride if you can, get into some twisties, and let me know what you think. But I really find the front end on this bike is just chalk and cheese above the 21. The brakes are, the suspension are. This is straight out of the box, so I haven't done anything to the suspension, not even set me sag. What I'm talking about there, because I didn't have my mic going, is I'll zoom in now with the tyre pressure sensors. It tells you, like it shows your tyre pressure naturally, and when it gets up over 38 or 37, it lights up like, geez, you've got a lot of pressure in your rear tyre. But it's incredible how much pressure the tyres get into riding. I think I'm about 38.6 or something there, and I started off at 33.5, I think it was, or 33, so it's gone up at least 5 psi, which is huge. And if you go harder, we're not going really hard here, it gets into, like, it gets up to 40. It's amazing. It really blows me away. But anyhow, guys, I hope you're enjoying the video. If you haven't subscribed, maybe consider doing that and leaving a comment. I love chatting to you from all over the world. Anyhow, guys, thanks for watching. Really appreciate it. Thanks for all the thumbs up and everything that you do, and your comments that you leave. And as I always say, ride safe, stay safe, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye for now, guys. Thanks for tuning in.